Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Oppenheimer, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Oppenheimer, it tells the story of J. Robert Oppenheimer, a scientist from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s who helped mastermind the creation of the atomic bomb. But it deals with more than just Manhattan. It also talks about his life before Manhattan and his life afterwards, which certain elements of his life beforehand negatively affected his life afterward. Okay, so getting into it, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie. Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer is great. Cillian Murphy, he pulls out a phenomenal performance that I would not be surprised if he gets an Oscar nomination for, because he's just that good in this film. And not only that, but how Oppenheimer is portrayed is something that I like as well. Because Oppenheimer, he kind of... it's a little sketchy, but it seemed like he began to regret helping create the atomic bomb. But rather than putting some sort of messaging thing into the film, rather than trying to do anything like that with Oppenheimer, they just simply talk about Oppenheimer, what he did, and a lot of it you just have to come to your own conclusions with. And how is the storytelling? The storytelling is top notch for the most part. How the movie opens, it's kind of a little bit jarring, but as the film progresses, you start to understand exactly how they are telling the story. There are certain things that they talk about that thankfully it didn't seem like they were putting any messaging in that as well. Like some of Oppenheimer's friends were communists. That got him into trouble during the McCarthy era. Rather than trying to make a pro-communist, agenda-pushing movie, it just simply says, yeah, he was friends with some communists. They do a good job portraying Oppenheimer. They do a good job telling his story. And Christopher Nolan's execution of everything is just perfect. He executes everything the way it should be. From its non-linear storytelling to just how he handles the aftermath of the Trinity test. He handles it perfectly. Not perfect though. I would make the argument that film is a little too long. I understand it being a bit of a lengthy movie, but I think 3 hours might just be a little too much. I'm not saying cut anything out, I'm just saying condense things, like make two events that happened in history, fold them together. It's still accurate. It's just you're condensing things for time a little bit. I also think that the editing in some scenes is a little too fast cut. There's literally scenes where they're just constantly cutting back and forth between two people, and it's just, it was a little too much. Maybe have like a shot of them both at the same time talking, and only cut between the two specifically when you have to. But all in all, I think this is a good movie. Is it a great movie? No. But if you're looking for some entertainment with a little bit of history in it, then I think you are going to have a good time with this movie, and I would recommend it. I am going to give Oppenheimer an 8. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Badetsky will return.